Good morning, Chiara. How are you today? Hey, Yao Yao. Good morning. Scotty Jacobson. No, I can't say that name is familiar. Should I know them? Looking really happy can be deceiving. Maybe I look like I got ready for a live stream and put on makeup and a coordinated outfit. I don't know about my emotional state. Maybe I'm happy. I'm in a pretty good mood today. We'll see. No, I'm not familiar with him. Although we are in similar age. I'm 31. The only other publicly visible Jewish alum that I know of is Ezra Klein. She's also trans, so that I see her on the internet from time to time. And we ran in somewhat similar circles. She was a year older than I was, but no, I'm not familiar with that name. Scotty Jacobson. Send me a link. I'll check them out. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Good morning, baby love. And I can't speak. It's Ezra Furman, not Ezra Klein. Ezra Klein is a celebrity. Ezra Furman was on Safaria recently, or some other Jewish something or other. Names. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך וחיי הדברים האלה אשר נוכיח מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך וחיה כי ויחר אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר נספה לאבותיך לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב לתת לך ערים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת ובורות הטובים אשר לא עשת כערים וזיתים אשר לא נטעת והלכת ושבת הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תישך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart and all your might and all your soul. And these words, which I repeat to you today, teach them to your children and recite them when you are at home and when you are away, and when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night. And bind them as a symbol on your hand and let them serve as a sign on your forehead and inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Say them every day with whatever voice you can. So, we've started reading from the Enuma Elish. This book, the Enuma Elish. The Enuma Elish is the Babylonian creation myth. This translation is translated from the Library of Assurbanipal, I believe. So it's dated to like 600 or 700 BCE, so around the time of the Book of Deuteronomy. But the myth in it is significantly older, likely thousands of years older than that, dating back to ancient Sumer. And it tells the story of how in the beginning there were these non-binary water deities, Apsu and Tiamat, who mingled their waters to create the world. And the progenitor Tiamat, the mother of all, who gave birth to all, intermingled their waters, producing neither field nor marsh. Right? And so they created all these gods, and then the parents got upset with their children for being too rowdy. And Apsu wants to kill them all, and Tiamat's like, no, could we permit our own children to be thus eradicated? Despite their troublesome ways, we ought to put up with it. Then the officer, Mumu, provided his own answer to Apsu, but he spoke at odds with the advice from his mother, the earth. Father, you ought to put an end to their annoying behavior. That one might relax during the day and sleep well at night. Apsu was in full agreement with what he said, and satisfied with thoughts of devising a vile plan for his sons, the gods, his officer Mumu put his arms around him, hugging him, and fell down at his knees and enthusiastically killed him. What a suck-up. So we have this old story of the father killing the son, right? Which is also deeply embedded into Christianity. You see it here, 2,000 years later, 4,000 years later, I don't know. He fell down at his knees and enthusiastically kissed him. Yet what they planned was conveyed to their sons, the gods, for they heard everything and were troubled, pacing about, and they grew quite quiet and sat around without speaking, until the god with the gift for wisdom and understanding, Ea, the god who is insightful, recognized their intentions, and he formulated a solution for it all, planning it out well. He concocted it with superlative skill. His spell was perfect, for when he chanted it, he calmed the turbulent waters, and a boding sleep came over Apsu. He became pacified. He caused him to enter deep sleep, seeped in tranquility, while the officer Mumu, his advisor, was left in a trance. Then Ea removed his belt and took his crown from his head, and took his mantle of brilliance and dressed himself in it, and then he forced Apsu down under his feet and crushed him, and bound Mumu, laying him down over him crosswise, and he established his own residence on top of Apsu. And then he took Mumu, holding him by a nose leash, and after he had subdued and then killed all of his foes, then Ea raised a declaration of victory over his adversaries, and then he could rest easy with his own personal chambers, and these he named Apsu. He lives inside the body of his father. These he named Apsu and established temples there, making it his home. Ea lived in luxury with his wife Damkina, there within the house of fate, there in the hall of purpose. That's quite a story. And so it's similar to the Baal cycle that we were reading last month, right? We have a young upstart god claiming kingship over the older creator god, right? And in this case, Apsu is having a hard time sleeping, so Ea chants a magical chant and allows Apsu to sleep for all of eternity, and then makes his palace, right? These same themes, like in order to be the king of the gods, you have to defeat your father, and you also have to build a palace. And in this story, he turns his father into his palace, right? He literally lives within Ea. What does it say here? He established his residence on top of Apsu. Then he could rest easy in his own personal chambers, and these he named Apsu, and established temples there, right? So he literally makes a palace within his father. Quite an image of the succession of gods in the Enuma Elish. Good morning, Rain. How are you? So I have to go very soon, because I have a class starting in 15 minutes. But we have enough time to say RT and Kaddish. So that is what we will do. The word RT means flame, in Sanskrit. I'll say the names of some gods, as I like to do in the morning time. Thanks for all the roses, Rain. That's very sweet of you. Jaya Jaya Ratiya Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Ratiya Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Ratiya Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Rati Venkanta Ramana Venkanta Ramana Sankata Harana Sita Rama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Rati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Rati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Rati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Rati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimutriya Vatara and Jaya Jaya Rati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya and Jaya Jaya Rati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya and Jaya Jaya Rati Sankarachaya Sankarachaya Advaita Guravi and Jaya Jaya Rati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda and Jaya Jaya Rati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Rati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shyama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Rati Ayapa Samine Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Rati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Rati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jaya Rati Venugopala Natatrasya Bhati Natanjakaratam Nema Vidyobhati Kutaya Magni Twamiva Bantamanamanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samidam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamune Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhikaveri Hiyaha Namastitam Namo Namaha Twameva Mata Chapita Twameva Twameva Bandusha Saka Twameva Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva Twameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyatmanava Prakrite Sabhavad Karomi Adyad Mangalam Parasmahe Narayana Iti Sarmar Payami Sarvadharmam Pravichaya Mamikam Saranam Vraja Aham Sva Sarvapapayo Mokshayami Masicha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. All of you. So now we will say Kaddish. Kaddish is a prayer of mourning, of grief. One of the few ways that we still have to publicly grieve today. So we will say these words for all that we have lost, and all the pain that we have felt throughout our lives, and all the pain that has been felt throughout the lives of the people who came before us, and the people who came before them, and the things which were not people which came before them, all the way back billions of years to the first living thing which lived and suffered and died. We say Kaddish for all of them. The words sound like this. Yid Gadal Vid Kadash Shemei Rabba B'yama Divrach Yute B'yam Lichmal Chute B'chayachon V'yamechon V'chayedi Kol Beit Yisrael B'agala V'zman Kariv V'yamru Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabba Mevarach Li'alam Amei Amaya Yid Barach V'shtabach Vid Ba'ar V'yirmam V'naseh V'tadar V'taleh V'talal Shemei Dekudisha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol B'rchata V'shirata Tush B'rchata V'nechemata D'yamiran B'yama V'yamru Amen. Yesh lama rabamin shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru amin. Oseh shalom v'imru ma'avuya aseh shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru amin. Oseh shalom v'imru ma'avuya aseh shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru amin. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you here tomorrow to say these words once more. And I'm gonna go hang out with some students and watch their TikToks. Have a great day too, Ray. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely